Hello, my name is James Williams. James Comfort number 2. This is my last video for the moment until I catch my nap, go get my niece off the bus, and do everything else I need to do. So we know it's Black History Month, and I want to give a special kudos out to Disney and Black Panther. No, I have not seen it already, but their scheduling is why I'm giving it the heads up, because it's been awesomely placed in the middle of Black History Month. So when you think about that, you're like, okay, we got one of Marvel's first black heroes, if not the first black hero. The problem is, I gotta say this because I'm pretty sure that Black Panther came before Falcon, but technically Black Panther's not black. Technically, Black Panther's from Africa. So no, I don't want to make this a race war on black, but I do want to drop the truth. If you're African and you're from Africa and you live in America, that makes you African American. If you're black and you're black in America, that makes you black, not African American. Now, let me explain before you guys carry this shit too far and I get all kinds of bad and mixed reviews about what I'm saying. Falcon is a black superhero. And I might be wrong unless they retcon the shit out of him, but he has a telepathic connection with his little bird that was a falcon, which name I can't remember. Falcon is like from the Bronx or some shit like that. You know, he's literally a black superhero. Where Black Panther, henceforth the name Black Panther, is from Africa. Now, before you go into detail, yes, T'Challa is African. He is a prince from Wakanda or wherever the hell, Wakanda. He's from fucking Africa. He's a prince of Africa. His suit's made out of pure vibranium, etc., etc. Now, the reason why I brought those both up. All right, Falcon, before I go into detail, he's probably not Captain America anymore, but at one time he was Captain America. In more recent, I got the toy. But anyway, the thing with Falcon being black versus Black Panther being black is that Falcon literally is an American and he's black, where T'Challa is black. In ethnically only skin color, he's black, but he's from Africa, so technically he's not black. And I'm not trying to down black people, and I'm not trying to down Africa. I'm just letting you guys get a little bit of history when it comes to how you could say he's black versus being African. All right, now he's definitely African. Now I can't say shit about the actors playing them. I know it's not me. Unfortunately, I don't have a real acting job. But you know, let's tell the truth. You know, Falcon, black. T'Challa, from Africa. And a lot of Africans from Africa don't really consider themselves black. Alright? So those who this has offended, I have tangible proof of that. Alright? I know a few Africans, good people. I know a few Africans, bad people. I would say it's a fair amount that I've met more bad than good, but I've been treated better by the good. I have 3 black friends that aren't black. They're actually from Africa. Those guys didn't have any problem with me, where the other actually might be 4. But I've also met 4 black people from Africa who are really literally Africans, and they have straight told me Africans don't like black people. I don't know if it was because I was mixed or if it was the truth, and other people have told me, and people from Trinidad and Tobago told me the same thing, so it's got to be some truth to it. Again, not trying to cause a racial strife, but for, you know, Falcon, for me, would be a better black hero, where for people who are Black Panther fans, right on time. However, I'm not against Black Panther. I think I never really hated him, but I never really liked him. And then he, at one time, was supposed to marry Storm. I think they made a retcon the hell out of that. And that there in itself kind of messed me up. It was like, well, if he's not going to marry Storm, and that opens the door back for Forge and his little Cheyenne-ness. Basically, if Storm and Forge had a baby, it would be me, you know, because he's Cheyenne and she's from Africa, and that basically would be cool. But anyway, that didn't happen. So, you know, the whole thing of the video was to point out that they had put Black Panther in the center of Black History Month. My only onslaught of that is that Black Panther, though he is a black man, he's actually African, not black. Now, I know you're all thinking, well, James, you're about to start a race war because blacks and Africans are one and the same. No, we are not. All right? We are not. I'm not disrespecting any Africans. I'm not disrespecting any blacks. But see, the Africans that we descended from were brought here on boats, most of it by force, and lived and died in chains. The Africans in which he portrays is royalty. Now, though his tribe is mythological and it doesn't really exist, but the big tribe sold out our ancestors. This history month basically belongs to black Americans, not Africans. So, I wasn't trying to start wars, just pointing out a point for me that my feelings that Black Panther might be the first Marvel black superhero, but I would celebrate more towards Falcon and Battlestar, another black guy who has a shield like Captain America, but his was triangle, and he eventually becomes part of Silver Sable's Wild Pack. I'm more leaning towards them than Black Panther. Now, it doesn't make me any less a Black Panther fan, but at the same time, I have to ask myself if I want to go. Let's go into Chinese New Year for a split second. There's an X-Man named Sunfire. I forgot his real name, but he's not Chinese. He's Japanese. Now, North Star, I can't remember his real name. He's an X-Man, or at least he was an X-Man, and he was also a member of Alpha Flight. And I want to say that he was either Korean or Chinese, but he is of Asian descent. He's just born and bred in Canada. And he was also adopted. Him and his twin sister, both actually. So, that kind of puts you in a bit of a bind. And then it's the same thing like if I wanted to talk about Shaman or Talisman, depending on which name he's going by now, because him and his daughter have switched names at least twice. Just like Vindicator and whatever the hell her name is, because him and his wife Heather has also switched names. I don't know why they do that in Alpha Flight, it's just their thing. But when you look at stuff like that, as long as you don't try to make it about race and just try to make it about truth, you're like, okay, well, I can't use them as examples for like Chinese or Japanese for Chinese New Year. Most people would probably call that downright insulting. So if I had to use Chinese superhero for Chinese New Year, I'd have to use Jubilee because Asian Psylocke is actually Japanese. So you get where I'm going with that? This wasn't about race, it was just like being historical. So if this offends you and you're of African descent and you're a Black Panther fan, it wasn't my intention to offend, it was my intention to drop you with some damn knowledge. So, within that, let me close out before this video gets any worse. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Happy Black History Month, and be seeing you.